Are you a student, Lila?
No, no, I'm not a student. I have a job, and apart from that, I'm pursuing master degree in English in distance course. I have a job.
Are you married?
No, I'm 27 years old, so I have a plan to get married in the next couple of years, I think. I'm not sure about that. Maybe maybe or not.
How old are you, did you say?
I'm 27.
27.
27,
Okay.
yeah.
I have a son who is 28.
Oh my God, then you
He's
are,
almost your age.
yes, he's elder than me.
Yeah. Yeah. He is a mechanical engineer.
Oh, mechanical engineer.
Yes.
So he
So
has married yet or not?
no.
So when he
No,
will marry?
well, it's hard when you have a job, some kinds of jobs, you're very busy and you don't have a lot of time to look to get married. So I think that's been his big challenge is that he works a lot. So I think he wants to get married, but now is not the right time. So
Yeah. So which one is correct? When he will marry or when will he marry?
when will he marry?
When will he marry?
Yeah.
But in common English, we are using when he will marry. Sometimes we are
Yeah, so
this word.
those two words are you need to put them in the opposite. So you would not say when he will marry, it's when will he marry. Okay.
Yeah.
You make sure that those words are in the right order. When will he, and actually you would say when will he get married?
Oh,
When
yes.
will he get married?
When will he get married? Yeah. Yeah, I understand. When he will get married.
Yeah. So I have a daughter who's younger. She's going to be 21 and she is married.
Oh, she is married.
Yeah, she got married last summer.
The last summer. So in
Yeah.
America, the girls are going to marry in the year in 21. Is there any specific age they can marry? For example, in India,
They
girls
can get
can't.
married.
Yeah.
They can get married when they can legally get married when they're 18.
18, yes. It's the same thing, I think, in India also. Girls
Yeah.
can't marry before 18.
Yeah. They can if their parents agree. They have to get permission from their parents. If they are younger than 18, their parents have to agree.
Oh,
But
if their parents get angry, then she can marry.
yeah, but most parents don't want this.
But
They want their child to wait.
But in India, if even the parents will get agree, then he can also marry her because this is the rules for all of us. A girl
Yes.
can marry before 18. After 18,
Okay.
she can marry, and a boy can marry before 21.
Okay. So in India, I have heard that often at least in the past, the parents chose who the girl will marry. The parents found a husband for the girl. Does that still happen?
Yeah, it still happen in the village and in the tribal areas. The parents will choose boys, and that boy will marry to the girl. Parents only.
But not so much in the city.
Yeah, not so
That's
much in
more.
the city. In the modern, yes, in the modern peoples are not choosing and not giving the responsibility to their parents to choose a life partners. They're choosing
Yeah.
themselves.
Okay. Okay. Now that makes sense.
Yes. So
So
in America, I think only the girls and the boys will choose. Our parents can choose
yes,
the
yes,
husband or wife.
yes, yes. And sometimes that can be very difficult because the parents don't always agree with the person that was chosen. So, yeah, it just depends. In America, things are really crazy here. A lot of people, a lot of young people do not believe in marriage anymore. They don't want to be married.
Why?
They just want that because they don't think it's good. So they just live together. They share an apartment, but they're
Live in
not married.
relation. It's called live in relations, I think.
Yes.
They're staying in live
Yeah.
in relations, but they are not married.
Right. That is a big thing in America. Many, many, many Americans do not believe in marriage anymore. They don't get married.
Yes, and the divorce I heard, and divorce is the common in America.
Yes, it's very, very big problem
Yeah, but in
because
India, yeah, yeah. But in India,
in India
if
too.
I will marry to a girl, then it will be very difficult to get divorced to a girl, and we are living until the breath of the life. We are not divorcing to a girl because I don't think that's good to divorce. But some people bring the same things in city areas. If they are quarreling with each others, they are divorcing.
Yes, this creates a big problem. This is a very, very big problem.
Yeah.
Um, you know, when two people who are married get a divorce, it is very expensive. It costs a lot of money.
Yes.
It's very expensive. And if they have children, it's very complicated.
Yeah.
So this is over the years, this has changed a lot in America.
Yeah. So what they are
And
doing if they have a children and they don't wanna stay together and they are already married and they went to divorce, if the baby will stay where? Is there any legal action for them?
so, generally speaking, what happens is that the man is responsible to pay for his wife and his children. So if they get a divorce, the husband has to pay. He has to pay even if they're not married anymore. He still has to pay his wife and to take care of the children. When the children are adults, then he can stop paying. But in many states, in many places in America, if you're married, all the money that you made while you were married, all the things that you own together, like if you own a house, if you get divorced, half goes to the man and half goes to the woman.
Yeah.
That's the general rule. But it's a very bad thing for our country because a country's stability de- really depends on families that are strong, marriages that are strong. And
Yeah.
when people get divorced or they don't get married, it means that the whole society is weak. It's very weak.
Yeah.
So this country uh, had a lot of Christians in it, people that follow Jesus.
Yes.
And Christians don't believe that divorce is a good thing. So for a long time, because there were so many Christians here, divorce was very low. But now there are less Christians, and people watch movies from Hollywood, and movies from Hollywood show this kind of life: no marriage, no commitment, and it's crazy.
Yes. Really, it's very crazy.
Yeah.
So, yes. So in your country means if you if you get a chance to choose your sister-in-law for your son, then which category or which religions girls you will choose? Means she will she should be the Christians or any other religion.
Well, I think it's, if you believe, if you're a Christian or if you're from another religion, if you really believe what your religion says,
Mhm.
and you marry somebody who's not from that religion,
Yes,
it's a problem. It's very difficult because you don't share the same view. You don't see the world the same way. So if you marry somebody who doesn't believe the same way that you do, it makes I think your marriage is very complicated.
yeah, yeah,
So, Christians, I'm a Christian, and I would prefer that my children marry somebody who is a Christian, because I think it makes for the marriage is more stable, it's more secure. But this too is a big problem in America. People don't really care. Number one, they don't want to get married. So,
yes. If
number two, they really don't care.
yeah, if your son will choose another religions, for example, so I'm not telling it's your see he will choose another religions or another caste a girls. Will you allow to them to your home?
Yeah, well, it's not my choice. My son is an adult and he can choose to marry whoever he wants, whether that person is from the same religion or not. I don't think he would choose somebody from a different religion or somebody who was not a Christian, but he could. And I can give him my opinion, but it's his choice.
Yeah,
So, and the same for my daughter, she married this guy, and she asked her mom and dad, she asked us our opinion, and we told her. But she made her choice. And so, but I just know that if you when you get married, if you're so different from the person you get married, you're going to have problems when you get married, because you don't share a common base together. So I think it's not such a good idea. And that's, I think, why a lot of people get divorced, because they they fall in love. That's what we call it in America. They fall in love with somebody, but this is more emotion than reality.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So when you base a big decision in your life on emotion, sometimes that goes wrong. It gets bad. So anyway,
yeah.
so
And
when you get married, Leela, take your time,
yes, yes.
take
I
your
have not.
time and
Yeah,
think.
yeah. I have not yet think I will marry or not. And I'm thinking I should marry after 2 years because in 30 or 29, the base age is the golden age to get married.
Hmm.
So when did you get
Yes,
married?
I was I was 28 years old when I got
20
married.
years. But now I'm 27, so I think I should take at least 1 year
Yeah.
to get married.
And I think that's good because you've spent some time now working. You've been working.
Yes,
You've taken care of yourself. You know
yeah,
how to pay for things in your life. So I think it's a good idea to wait a little bit till you're older,
yeah.
um, because it's important to have experience in life.
Yes, yes.
And
But
you
my
know,
some of my friends has already got married, and when they are 23, 25, they have already married.
yeah.
And I have some friends also, they are not yet married. My so one day we are discussing about that when we will marry. So sometime we discuss about so many things. So I replied to him, I will marry after 2 years or maybe 3 years. Maybe I won't marry. If I won't marry, then I will do like a good politicians in India. I saw for poor people.
Yes. Well, marriage is only good if it's built on a solid foundation. Like if you build a house,
Yeah,
the house has to be on a foundation, something that's solid so that the house will be strong. Many people get married, they do not have a solid foundation. And I think that's important. It's more important to have that than to get married
yeah,
because, there are lots of girls. You can find a girl to get married. The question is, will she be a good partner for you? And
yeah,
that's a very important question because you can marry many girls, but not all girls are a good partner for you.
yes, yes, exactly. You're right. We should choose a good partner. We should choose
Yes.
I should choose specifically choose a good partner to stay with us.
Yes.
Yeah.